something I've realized too as we get to the end of the quarter is that like I literally only have like 1 week left and that week is just finals. So then I go home, right? One thing I realized though is just like we think we have so much more time than we actually do. Like any of you guys watching this, I bet you guys have actually like less time. I'm just talking about in the grand scheme of things. Like we all think like, oh, I'm going to live for maybe, I don't know, 60, 70 more years. So I have all the time in the world to do things. But then each year just passes by like that. Like I literally remember last year, like exactly 1 year ago, and like what I was doing then. And it's just crazy to think that it's already passed by. Or even just the beginning of this quarter. Like I think being at Stanford and then working on these quarter systems, which are like 10 weeks, the weeks just fly by. And before you know it, you wake up, you open your eyes, and it's like week 9 or week 10 right before finals. And that's exactly what happened. But it's not like something we should be like, darn it, like all the times, like, melting away. It becomes more about like the meaning you put into that time. It becomes about, okay, what can you get done in that time? Because it's going to pass by very quickly. At the end of that time, you're going to look back and be like, okay, was that a good use of my time? Did I do what I was supposed to do? Did it build me up? Did it help me grow? But if you look back and you're like, oh, none of that happened, then that's usually where you feel like you wasted time. But I think that it's not about like, constantly working, but just like constantly growing, improving, and just trying to do your best in every situation. And if you keep doing that again and again, over time, you're going to just keep growing. And then when you wake up like 2 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, wow, I've changed so much. This is something I've seen in my own life. Even just a year ago, just by constantly growing, I've changed a lot. And that's something I'm very happy to see. And I still know that there's a lot of change that's going to continue to happen. And there's still new levels that I need to reach. But just being able to consistently move forward no matter what's happening, I think is the most important thing. Because like a really good exercise is just think about like, what if today was your last day on earth, right? Then not about like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go skydiving, I'm gonna go do like all this fun stuff, I'm gonna try to travel today. Not about that, but just like reflect back on your life. You're like, is this how I want to live my life? And I'm not trying to judge or say like, oh, you should live your life a certain way or you need to like be working hard all the time. But it's just up to you. Like whatever kind of fulfills that answer is something I think you should do more of. Some people think that it's working hard and like reaching their goals and stuff, which is cool. Then in that case, then you need to like try to make sure you're fulfilling that part. Other people think it's like more spending time with people they love or that kind of aspect to a relationship. So then even if you are working hard, you want to make sure you make time for that. So it's really on a person by person, like case by case basis. And I think it's just so important to understand that and recognize that, because if you do, then you have more of a direction to go. And also, it's like you can't look back and be like, oh, I wish I did something else, because at least you were moving forward in a certain direction and you had like kind of a purpose or a aligned goal that you wanted to achieve. I think the biggest thing for me is just don't miss out on opportunities and just always try to push yourself in new ways, not even just like work, but just like other new aspects that, maybe I'm not good at, and always try to be like a student, always try to just keep learning and learning and learning.